compromise from the original proposal for a Gay Freedom Week. Tonight they were talking about gay civil rights. At a jam-packed meeting last week, Concord's Human Relations Commission admitted it might have gone too far, trying to foster understanding between this quiet East Bay community and its 10,000 gay citizens.
Other special interest groups will begin lobbying for their particular vantage point.
Then and tonight, Reverend Lloyd Mashore and other church leaders mobilized forces against the vague proposal, which never talked about parades or gay celebrations.
No, I'm not a gay man. I came down because I believe that I wouldn't want anyone else to enjoy any less civil rights than what I'm enjoying.
I don't think Jesus put us here to have male and male and female together.
City officials said the proposal and its reaction was paralyzing city government and perhaps dividing the community.
My question is whether those religious beliefs can be used to deprive a minority of its minority status, just because the lifestyle is offensive.
Some gays claim they were being threatened for taking a stand. Just a short time ago, the council voted to drop the word gay from the civil rights proposal. I'm Carl Sonkin, News Center 4.
A grim forecast for AIDS in Alameda County. In a report to be presented tomorrow, county health officials predict the numbers of AIDS patients in the East Bay will double again this year, and bills for treating them will exceed $1 million for the first time. Tomorrow's report also predicts that by 1990, Alameda will have 1,620 cases of AIDS, and that is the best case scenario. In the worst case, the report predicts that there will be nearly 6,000 new cases. The fear of getting AIDS has spawned a new kind of dating club in Detroit. Peace of Mind is open to people who test negative for AIDS and 10 other sexually transmitted diseases. For an annual fee of $349, members are tested twice a year. Organizers say they are planning to go nationwide with branches in 13 major cities, including Los Angeles. Dennis Evans explains why he started the club.
What we're hoping to do is that they will socialize in a setting where other members of Peace of Mind also frequent and socialize in, and hopefully, and I'm going to use that word often, hopefully, they will be in a safe environment.
Public officials caution 2 tests a year, that's not enough to assure protection. A similar dating club started up in the East Bay just 1 month ago. It's called Safe Date. Has about 40 members right now. Jim?
Tonight in San Francisco, a private ambulance collided with a Jeep. The ambulance then smashed into a partially constructed apartment building at the corner of Turk and Divisadero. 2 paramedics and 2 people in the ambulance were injured, along with the driver of the Jeep, who is in serious condition. All are being treated at San Francisco General right now. A rash of one-alarm fires in downtown San Francisco tonight. One of them hit the basement of the Clift Hotel, forcing people to evacuate the building. There were 4 other fires within a few blocks. Officials don't know yet if they were all connected. The arson squad is investigating this evening. And a 14-year-old boy in critical condition after being shot in the stomach tonight. He was found in the bedroom of his Sunset District home in San Francisco. Police say they have no suspect, weapon, or motive in the attack. Sylvia?
Jim, an 8-week-old baby girl is doing fine tonight after being abandoned this morning in Oakland. The baby was found wrapped in a blanket in the doorway of an apartment, and tonight she is in protective custody while police investigate. The mother is reported to have been homeless, and it's thought that last night's frigid weather may have driven her to take this drastic step. A suspect will be arraigned tomorrow in connection with the beating and sexual assault of a 2-year-old girl in Stockton. The girl was found in the middle of a street, partially clothed. She had 2 broken arms and patches of hair missing. The suspect, 27-year-old Bill Hood of French Camp, is charged with attempted murder and child molestation.
Tonight, Vallejo police and volunteers intensified the search for 6-year-old Jeremy Stoner, who disappeared Saturday. News Center 4, Stephanie Abrams reports.
As the sun set in Vallejo tonight, the search for 6-year-old Jeremy Stoner continued. At a nearby church, Dave and Ann Collins, whose son Kevin disappeared in San Francisco 3 years ago, distributed flyers. And at a nearby donut shop, friends and neighbors met to pick up maps and flyers to distribute them around town. Jeremy apparently left a neighbor's home on Saturday after being spanked for throwing ketchup. But Karen Stoner does not believe her son would run away.
He'll get mad at me and stay gone for 20 minutes or so, but he comes home.
Vallejo Police Lieutenant Otis Banks says they have no leads.
Not at this time. We received many calls, people citing children, and we've checked each one of these out, but as yet we still haven't found Jeremy.
How long will you continue looking?
Until he's found. Until he's found.
If someone took their son, John and Karen Stoner have a message.
I don't really care about pressing any kind of charges or anything like that. I just want my boy home safe with his family who loves him and wants him. That's all I want.
Don't hurt him. Bring him home. You've put us through enough torture now. I just want my son, that's all.
In Vallejo, Stephanie Abrams, News Center 4.
Introducing the UPS Next Day Air Pack. It's made of 100-micron waterproof, tear-proof polyolefin, just like our competition's. It has a hot melt adhesive flap with peel-off release, just like our competition's. The only difference is most of our competition charges twice as much. Either they're paying way too much for their envelopes, or you're paying way too much for their service. UPS, we run the tightest ship in the shipping business.
Roberta spent 8 years as a prostitute. She felt that her daughter, then 10, should know about her occupation. But Paula is a lesbian. Bob is a swinger.
And I set her down, I told her about it, and she accepted it, and she respected me, and she loved me.
Swinging's a lifestyle for those that want it. If you want to do it, that's up to you. I learned to accept my mother as she is, and I love her. You know, she will always be my mother regardless of what she does.
Tomorrow at noon.
San Francisco schools are facing big money troubles tonight. Superintendent Ramon Cortines is cutting the school budget by $17 million. He'll make the official announcement tomorrow. As News Center 4's Emil Guillermo reports, it means some people will lose their jobs.
San Francisco schools will get less money from the governor this year, and that's forcing school officials to make budget cuts that will hurt the classroom. Union officials representing teachers and classified employees of the school district will get the word tomorrow morning here. Superintendent Ramon Cortines will announce that hundreds of employees will be getting layoff notices. By law, the school's $235 million budget must be balanced. Even with $6 million from the state lottery, Superintendent Ramon Cortines says cuts from the governor's budget make layoffs inevitable.
If we do not take some sort of action based on the governor's recommendation, then this district will be in receivership.
So tell me, is it going to affect hundreds of people?
Yes.
Can you speculate on how many or what percentage
No.
of 3,800 teachers?
I've said it is going to affect hundreds of people.
Cortines knows it will be demoralizing, but says he has no choice. Layoff notices will be sent to teachers, classified personnel, and administrators in March. Cuts in all programs, including counseling, will begin in the fall. Labor unions are expected to argue, but the school board is set to approve Cortines' plan at an emergency meeting this week. Emil Guillermo, News Center 4.
The top industrial nations in the West have agreed to try to stop the dollar's 18-month slide. 5 countries, including West Germany and Japan, say they will attempt to import more U.S. goods to strengthen the dollar. After the announcement, the dollar edged slightly higher on the European currency markets today. Jim?
More damaging information leaked about the Tower Commission's investigation of the Iran arms deal. Confirmation today, Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North's secretary retyped 4 documents on the arms sale. Fawn Hall, interviewed by the FBI, could not recall the changes, but did recall shredding documents. Hall was granted immunity in exchange for a diary logging North's meetings and phone calls. The Tower Commission report is due out on Thursday. And once that report is released, Washington sources predict White House Chief of Staff Donald Regan will be on his way out. Until then, Regan has won a reprieve. NBC's Chris Wallace reports.
White House sources tell NBC News that Donald Regan has won himself some extra time as Chief of Staff. In an Oval Office meeting today, including the President, Treasury Secretary Baker, and former Senator Paul Laxalt, Regan said he and the President have agreed that he will stay on until the Tower Commission report on the arms scandal comes out Thursday, and the President has a chance to respond next week. Then Regan said he and the President will discuss his future. But while this ends speculation, Regan will be forced out in a day or two, most top officials still believe he will soon be leaving. The complaint against Regan is that he has put his own interests ahead of the President's, that for years he let people think he was actually running the White House, and that in the Iran arms scandal he's been more concerned with protecting himself than Mr. Reagan. The First Lady is now openly fighting with Regan, and according to sources close to her, feels her husband should have fired him long ago. Mr. Reagan's failure to end the feuding between family and staff is becoming a political issue.
How can the president deal with the Soviets if he cannot settle a dispute between his wife and the chief of staff?
Regan's new arrangement to stay on indicates the president is still not ready to act. Aides to the chief of staff hope that with this extra time, he may be able to save his job. But most insiders still believe that Regan's stay of execution is only temporary. Chris Wallace, NBC News, at the White House.
You may not know this name now, but you will in the future. It is Missouri Representative Richard Gephardt, and today he became the first Democrat to enter the presidential race. He admits that most Americans don't know who he is, but he says he welcomes the challenge. In his announcement speech today, he attacked President Reagan and the Iran arms scandal. And in San Francisco, this was the last day for candidates to enter the race for the congressional seat left vacant by the death of Sala Burton. The last to sign up, Nancy Pelosi, the woman Burton endorsed before her death. There are a total of 14 people on the ballot. Among the top contenders, Supervisors Harry Britt, Bill Maher, and Carol Ruth Silver. The election is April 7th.
After more than 4 years in Soviet prison camps, Joseph Begun finally arrived back in Moscow today. The 55-year-old Hebrew teacher received a hero's welcome at the Moscow train station, his friends hoisting him up on their shoulders. Later, a quiet dinner with his family. Begun vows to continue the human rights battle that sent him to prison in the first place. George Abdullah, the Lebanese man accused of the killings of American and Israeli diplomats, went on trial today in Paris. Dozens of police stood guard outside the courtroom, some of them checking cars for bombs. Inside, Abdullah made an opening statement condemning what he calls the Yankee executioners in his homeland. Sylvia?
Jim, federal authorities are hunting for a serial bomber they say is responsible for 21 injuries and 1 death. This composite sketch of the suspect was released today. He is wanted for 12 bombings dating back to 1978. 3 of them were here in the Bay Area. Authorities do not say why this single person is believed responsible for all of the bombings. They only say that there is an absolute link in these bombings, the last of which injured a Salt Lake City man on Friday.
Going out for steak, fire a sirloin up for me, 'cause I don't care much for sushi and I starve on French cuisine. I'm thinking of a top sirloin dinner at Black Angus with homemade soup or fresh salad and a baked potato, all under $7. But don't count parsley as a side dish, give me all not a la carte. Got a date with a full steak dinner, and Black Angus is where I'll start.
Enter the romantic world of entertainment tonight as Richard Chamberlain romances Faye Dunaway on location with Casanova.
Next, find out what's in store for the next generation of Trekkies when we check out the new Star Trek.
Then the Hollywood Hills are alive with Julie Andrews' special movie memories. Plus, Richard Dreyfuss and Danny DeVito play it for laughs in our exclusive preview of their new comedy, 10 Men. All when you enter the world of entertainment tonight.
Tomorrow night at 7:30.
Ice cream is so thick, so rich, so outrageously creamy, so full of candy chunks and chocolate hunks. Steve's ice cream is so decadent, it's quite possible you'll hate yourself in the morning. But so what? Steve's ice cream, the original sin.
Now, here's value. A new GMC S15 pickup with 3.9% GMAC financing or $500 cash back. Plus, get air conditioning at no extra charge on specially equipped models. And your Northern California GMC truck dealer can pass along additional savings of up to $750 on options. That could be a total savings of over $1,900. Hurry, this offer ends soon at your Northern California GMC truck dealer. GMC, it's not just a truck anymore.
Mother Nature showed a fickle face to the Bay Area today, confounding some, delighting others with an unusual blast of Arctic weather. In the Santa Cruz Mountains, enough snow for a wintertime frolic. To the east, a light dusting on Mount Diablo, beautiful, but treacherous enough to make the winding roads slick and icy. Rangers closed the park gates early. In Berkeley, the rare sight and sound of hailstones. pounding the pavement. Traffic on city streets slowed to a crawl, but the weather we're getting is kind compared to what Easterners are getting. The third major storm this month paralyzed the seaboard. Thousands of workers and schoolchildren stayed at home. In New Jersey, officials declared a state of emergency and put the National Guard on standby to help with snow removal. And Washington, D.C. virtually shut down under more than a foot of snow.
Ooh, some nasty stuff around the country.
Wow, absolutely crazy.
What's going on?
Well, it's Sylvia's birthday. This happens every time. When Mercury is in retrograde and it's Sylvia's birthday, it's like a whole Jupiter effect thing going. It's a karmic
really
debt
sorry.
deal again.
It'll all be over tomorrow.
All right. For your birthday, I only did this for you. Put an artist on overtime to explain hail. I'm gonna explain where hail comes from. Ooh. Step over to Mark's weather lab. Here it is. This is a thunderstorm cloud. Now, you should know this about thunderstorm clouds. They are typified by these violent updraft and downdrafts, as shown here. So that takes the water that's in a thunderstorm cloud, shoves it up in the air and back down and then back up again. And as that happens, it's cooled. In fact, it picks up little pieces of water that freeze to the drop. As they freeze, those drops become heavier, hailstones, and they fall out of the cloud. And of course, those downdrafts are such they really force the hailstones out with some force. As a result, can cause damage, and they can even cause some to eat hail off the hood of a car. We got this today. Take a look. This is, there it is. Oh, there you go. Some people, and it can be habit forming. You know, that guy's going to be looking for hail for years now. Once you've tasted hail off the hood of a car, you need it again soon. 43 in San Francisco at this hour. Take a look at those temperatures. It will be a frosty night with clearing skies. Temperatures will hit the 20s in some inland valleys, 30s in most spots tonight. It is mild in the east, which is helping them because they had as much as 2 feet of snow, as you know. Pennsylvania, the nation's capital, hardest hit. Sylvia just making mention of that. And the mild conditions will help melt that snow quite rapidly. If you're headed to the east, I'm not expecting any substantial weather-related delays. A lot of snow in the west, though, and showers in the lower Mississippi Valley. And you can see the snow back into the desert southwest and into the deserts and mountains of Southern California. Quickly, from 6 o'clock last night, watch as this little system drops right out of the north. It was a cold weather system. It was traveling over land. That's why there was not a whole lot of water associated with it. But that cold, unstable air gave rise to the thunder showers. The jet stream will keep the cold air in California, but I would not look for there to be any substantial amounts of shower activity around. Most of it is to the south and east of the Bay Area. Continued clearing tonight. An isolated shower still may rotate in, so we'll say it's still possible overnight. 20s, 30s to about 40 degrees overnight. Mostly sunny. Some afternoon clouds may linger, and a shower is still possible, mainly over the hills. North winds tomorrow to about 20 miles an hour. A winter storm warning continues in the Sierra. They've had 20 inches of new snow at Kirkwood, 16 inches at Echo Summit. And I'd look for scattered showers, snow showers, to continue through the period. And I'd look for things to be cool and breezy next couple of days, perhaps a bit of warming toward Thursday. That's the complete weather story. Hail explanation and all for your birthday. I thought you might be curious about it.
You think there might be like a Hail Eaters Anonymous in the future?
That guy should look into that, because
it's a nasty addiction.
Ooh,
okay, thanks, Mark.
Wow. News Center 4 continues with sports and Tom Nettles next.
On a clear day, you can see Mount Shasta 100 miles away. Sure makes everything else look mighty small. It's kind of like Great Western savings, big and strong. That's why your money is so safe there. You see, nowadays, the Great Western family of companies stands for over $25 billion in assets and the security of federal insurance. They've been keeping folks' money safe for 100 years now. So you know Great Western's going to be there for a long time to come. For sheer size and strength, it sure stands out.
The Peugeot 505 Turbo. Nothing else feels like it.
An important message from American Airlines. Introducing American Super Sale. From now through May 20th, with fares from only $19 to $99, you can fly to destinations throughout the continental U.S. $19 to $99 each way based on round-trip coach purchase. Just make your reservations 2 days in advance and stay over Saturday. Tickets are non-refundable. American Super Sale. You may never be able to go so far for so little again.
And now with the continuing saga of the Warriors, Tom Nettles.
Thank you, Sylvia. The Warriors tonight must have been confused. They were playing at home in the Coliseum Arena, but they acted like one of their road game shows when they fall way behind at the beginning and never catch up. Tonight's hole was a 19-point deficit after the first quarter against the Dallas Mavericks, and the Warriors never got close after that. Part of their problem, though, came later in the middle of the second period. You see Joe Barry Carroll fighting for a ball, already with a severely sore left thumb. He had to leave the game at this point. His availability will be on a day-to-day basis. Rolando Blackman at 24 points for Dallas. Nice move by Brad Davis. Goes to the whole Warrior club right there. He had 24 points. Sleepy Floyd, about the only bright spot for the Warriors tonight. He had 24 points. The Warriors record now, 27 wins, 30 losses on the season. Let's go to Atlanta. Big guy, Charles Barkley on the steal. Over to Mo Cheeks. Mo says, I'll get back to you, Charles. 2 of 20 points right there against the Atlanta Hawks. But watch this. Watch this follow the shot by Dominic Wilkins. Bango, 2 of his 42 points. The Hawks beat the Sixers, who fall now 10 games behind Boston in the Atlantic Division. The Celtics beat New Jersey. Cleveland also beat Washington. Houston a winner tonight, and Seattle beat the Clippers. The Clippers the next opponent for the Warriors Thursday night. In college basketball, the San Jose State Spartans tonight stopped a 3-game losing streak and even their conference record at 8 wins and 8 losses. The opponent, Fresno State. Fresno in red. George Puo right there. Nice running one-hander. He had 8 points. The Spartans got way ahead in the ball game, at least by 10 points in the second half. You see Ricky Berry working inside nicely. He had 17 points, but Fresno State really closed the gap. Jervis Cole right there makes a hoop. They only lost it by 1, 49-48. Okay, Purdue, 6th ranked, beat 14th ranked Illinois. Pittsburgh a winner, also University of New Orleans tonight. Kansas City Royals manager Dick Hauser resigned today. It was just 2 days after he began a determined effort to rejoin his team. 2 operations and chemotherapy treatments to fight his cancerous brain tumor have left him too weak to handle the job. That was evident on Saturday. And he said today the Florida heat, as much as anything.
When I was driving out here, I knew I was gone. I just knew, see how this heat is right here? I can feel, I really can. And I'm not making excuses, it's just I can feel it. So that's the way it goes. Now I'll sit upstairs and second guess with you guys.
Well, individual goodbyes to the man that, well, there's Dick Hauser, the man that led him to the 1985 World Series title against the St. Louis Cardinals. Jackie Joyner-Kersee is the best all-around athlete in women's track and field history. She is now this year's winner of the Sullivan Award as the best amateur athlete in the United States for 1986. She accepted her award tonight in Indianapolis from last year's winner, Joan Benoit. The marathoner, it's the first time ever 2 women have won this award back-to-back in the 67 years it's been given out. Last summer, she set 2 world records in the heptathlon. That's 7 events. It's the women's equivalent to the decathlon. How good is she? Well, in one of the meets last summer, she won all 7 events. She beat out some heavyweights like Vinny Testaverde, the quarterback, and other guys for the title.
Very beautiful,
okay,
too.
Thanks a lot, Tom. And next in view on this Monday night, Wayne Shannon with Great Guns of Fire.
I drove that car last weekend. The big Mercedes? The S-Class. What'd you think? I think you have to sit in that big leather seat, put Mozart, maybe Beethoven on the stereo, then go out and drive in tight rush hour traffic, up some back mountain road, all night in a rainstorm, and then you'll know what I think. Which is? I think just maybe I drove the perfect car, or as close to it as anybody's ever come.
I'll take it. Very good, sir. Over the course of a year, keeping track of your life can be even more exhausting than living it. So to make things less hectic, American Express presents yet another important Gold Card service. Order. Announcing the year-end summary. All your Gold Card charges over the past year itemized, categorized. Only from American Express.
One of the hottest attractions in an Atlanta suburb these days is called the Bullet Stop, where you can rent a machine gun. And just for you tonight, Wayne Shannon comments. Wayne.
Thank you, James.
Did you guys see that itty-bitty story in the Chronicle about Frank Sinatra receiving the NAACP's 1987 Lifetime Humanitarian Award? Well, I could see it for the early years, maybe. And only if all the victims, Kitty Kelly says, either he or his goons beat to a pulp over the years, show up to applaud. Now for a complete change of theme, machine gun rentals. It seems down in Marietta, Georgia, about 2 inches from Atlanta, there's a former U.S. military and political intelligence type fellow who runs a machine gun range. In other words, it's a rifle range where you or a friend or your mahjong group can rent a machine gun for $10 a head with 10 more for every box of ammo you use while safely and with assistance obliterate a target. The owner says it's a big hit, not that he'd lied to us, among everybody from housewives to the white-collar yuppie set, all of whom say they especially like the wrinkle where customers are allowed to bring in their own targets. We are told everything has been used from pictures of mothers-in-laws and ex-spouses all the way to computer terminals and TV sets. Now, is it likely this rent-a-machine gun idea will catch on here in the Bay Area? Nah, we don't need it. At least not while the legislature's in session. Jim, Sylvia?
Good night, Wayne.
Good night, all. See you tomorrow.
Good night.
There is a musical landscape so lovely, so harmonious, so unique that its territory is explored by only one radio station, The Quiet Storm. KBLX is sophisticated, transcultural, and unconventional, down to earth, yet magic like a sunrise. Turn your radio on 1400 AM and 102.9 FM.
Putnam's Auto Row in Burlingame is Northern California's inventory headquarters for Mazda, Hyundai, Buick, and Isuzu. After 23 years, the finest in personal service, together with the largest possible volume discounts, is being offered on a grand scale. Example, come get your new Hyundai for just $49.90, probably the lowest price in America. So come reserve yours now at Putnam's Auto Row in Burlingame. There's 1,000 discounted new and used cars available every day.
Aramis introduces Nutriplexx, a survival strategy for thinning hair. In laboratory findings, 65% of the men tested reported that their hair felt and looked thicker after 90 days. Nutriplexx does not cure or prevent baldness or restore lost hair. But Nutriplexx can help you keep fuller, thicker, healthier-looking hair for as long as possible. The sooner you start, the sooner you see benefits. Now at Macy's.
No. We don't make carrots like they do. We don't make cereal like they do. We don't make vacuum cleaner like they do. Oh, copiers.
Unlike other copier companies, Mita only makes copiers. After all, we didn't get to be the fastest growing copier company by making microwaves. Mita, all we make are great copiers. Call 1-800-ABC-MITA.
Start your day with Daybreak, tomorrow morning at 6:30.
Taste this.
The whole thing?
Uh-huh.
That's a big crunch for such a little thing.
That little thing's packed with goodness.
I can believe it with a crunch like that. It's got a nice nutty taste.
And it has no added sugar or preservatives.
There's no room.
Huh.
What are these little things?
Grape-Nuts cereal.
Grape-Nuts? I could go for a whole bowl full.
You got it.
Have a bowl of crunchy, nutty, packed with goodness Grape-Nuts today. Right now, it's building up on your teeth. A hard, ugly wall called tartar. Your dentist or hygienist can pull it down. But this wall won't stay down for long. So now there's new Colgate Tartar Control toothpaste with TC3. Clinically proven to reduce ugly tartar buildup. So your teeth will feel cleaner and smoother. New Colgate Tartar Control with fluoride fights tartar buildup for that fresh from the dentist feeling of clean.
I'm a saver over 60, saving safely every day. I earn bonus interest I can bank upon, saving the American way.
I get free checks, I get free checking. I get discounts on travel too. American Savings has a club for people over 60 with $5 services for you.
The American Patriots Club only at American Savings. Live 105 FM. If you're looking for modern rock,
and you want it hot. San Francisco's Live 105, modern rock radio. A variety of exciting new music and modern rock hits. Talking Heads, Depeche Mode, David Bowie, and more. A cool new wave of fresh music. The station that dares to be different. Live 105 FM.
There are hundreds of fine wines, but there's still one frozen dinner fine enough to serve with them. Le Menu. Perhaps the only 10-minute dinner that deserves a 10-year-old wine.
Facts and figures are one thing, but the best way to judge a Honda Prelude SI is by the seat of your pants.
No more bread and butter, no more crackers and jam. I really want to lighten up, put a Quaker rice cake in my hand.
35-calorie Quaker rice cakes. Put a Quaker rice cake in my...
Chasing the chill away from a rainy day. Oh, something to warm you up. Wrap your hands around it. America's Cup, America's Cup. Lipton Cup-a-Soup.
Real soup, real ingredients. America's favorite instant soup.
America's Cup, America's Cup. Lipton Cup-a-Soup. America's Cup.
Your Northern California Oldsmobile dealer dares you to compare the 1987 Delta 88 with the imports. You'll get a luxurious interior, comfort, quality, fuel economy, and a sticker price that gets you a great car for $6,000 less than the Audi 5000S, $7,400 less than the BMW 325, and $10,000 less than the Volvo 760 GLE. Dare to compare the Delta 88 at your Northern California Olds dealer. Oldsmobile quality. Feel it.
Exceptionally smooth. The night belongs to Michelob.
Imagine changing brown eyes to blue. Introducing DuraSoft colors, the only contact lenses that give you the power to change your eyes from any color to another. And that kind of power can be a very dangerous thing. Ask your eye care professional about DuraSoft Colors contact lenses for vision correction or just for fun.
It's this weekend. It's free at the Alameda County Fairgrounds. It's Orchard Supply Hardware's How-To Fair. The perfect time to get all your do-it-yourself questions answered by the experts. There'll be exhibits, classes, demonstrations, and entertainment for the whole family. And it's all free. TV's Woodwright Roy Underhill, Martin Yan from Yan Can Cook, and Brad Sears from Last Chance Garage will all be at the Orchard Supply Hardware How-To Fair. It's free this weekend, Friday through Sunday, Alameda County Fairgrounds in Pleasanton.
4x4s came in lots of shapes and sizes this year, but only one was named Best 4x4 of the Year. Nissan Pathfinder, honored by both four-wheel and off-road and four-wheeler magazines.
Best of the year in on- and off-road performance.
Best of the year for interior comfort and function. Award-winning ride, toughness, and style found in Pathfinder and every 4x4 we make. The 4x4 of the year is Pathfinder. The name is Nissan.
Friday, Torello gambles with a life to nail Luca.
Work for Torello, huh?
Jack might be in trouble. And while Luca plays, Torello must pay. Crime Story, Friday.
You know, folks, I know you're all busy celebrating the big bicentennial of the Constitution, but please try to make some time to watch TV.
This public service message has been brought to you by NBC.
Did you know that British Airways offers hotels in London from just $21 a night? They can also arrange car rental from only $17 a day. In fact, British Airways Holidays to Britain offer lots of great discounts from sightseeing to theatres. All in all, you can expect much more than just a seat on the plane. Get the British Airways Holidays brochure. Call your travel agent or 1-800-AIRWAYS. British Airways, the world's favorite airline.
I never thought it would happen to me. I mean, I started out listening to Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton. Then I went to a Willie Nelson concert. And then I bought a Hank Williams Jr. tape. Me, the old rock and roller. I like country music. I like it a lot.
Discover country music. KSAN 94.9 FM.
Today, for your tough headache pain, there's a superior level of pain-relieving strength. Nuprin Strength. Beyond regular strength aspirin, beyond extra strength Tylenol, there's Nuprin Strength. This medical study proves too little Nuprin give more pain relief than extra strength Tylenol. So Nuprin stops headaches better. And remember, Nuprin is gentler to your stomach than aspirin. For strength beyond extra strength Tylenol, Nuprin Strength.
Would you like to have something sweet?
It's nice to give a child something sweet now and then.
It'll be my treat.
Especially something with a sweetener that's made from things just like those found naturally in good things to eat. NutraSweet.
Would you like to have something sweet?
Just look for the swirl. NutraSweet brand sweetener.
Enter the romantic world of entertainment tonight as Richard Chamberlain romances Faye Dunaway on location with Casanova.
Next, find out what's in store for the next generation of Trekkies when we check out the new Star Trek.
Then the Hollywood Hills are alive with Julie Andrews' special movie memories. Plus, Richard Dreyfuss and Danny DeVito play it for laughs in our exclusive preview of their new comedy, 10 Men. All when you enter the world of entertainment tonight.
Tomorrow night at 7:30.
In business, contacts are everything. And we're delivering business contacts by the truckload in the Pacific Bell Business Buyer's Guide. If you buy goods or services for your company anywhere in Northern California, this directory is indispensable.
It gives me suppliers outside my local area.
Now, whatever I need to buy for my business, I can find in one book.
Look for the Pacific Bell Business Buyer's Guide. It really delivers Northern California businesses.
And it's free.
Some crazy things, drinking all kind of coffee, good to the last drop, yeah. Only Maxwell House, fresh flavor, tastes like coffee made our way. Only Maxwell House, fresh flavor.
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. This is my hair in the morning. So I wash it, just like you, and blow it dry, just like you. So how come my hair looks great despite all this? I discovered Pantene.
Pantene's Pro-Vitamin B5 complex penetrates your hair to give it inner strength, so it's healthier, stronger.
And it's always beautiful, just like mine.
Pantene shampoos and conditioners, serious care for beautiful hair.
Mazda's got your number, 626. The front-wheel drive family sedan that does a number on Honda Accord DX sedan. 626 has more passenger room, plus electronic fuel injection and rear stabilizer bars. features not even available on Accord. Yet 626 is stickered $700 less, and that just may be the best number of all.
Get a great deal at your Northern California Mazda dealers today.
Right now, it's building up on your teeth. A hard, ugly wall called Tartar, and only your dentist can pull it down. But this wall won't stay down for long. So now there's new Colgate Tartar Control toothpaste with TC3, clinically proven to reduce ugly tartar buildup, so your teeth will feel cleaner and smoother. New Colgate Tartar Control with fluoride fights tartar buildup for that fresh from the dentist feeling of clean.
Good morning, Mr. Field. Diagnosis, bad cold.
Discover the future of relief. Contact 12-hour caplets. They do more than Sudafed and work twice as long as Actifed tablets. Until there's a cure, there's Contact.
Chasing the chill away from a rainy day. Oh, something to warm you up. Wrap your hands around it. America's Cup, America's Cup. Lipton Cup-a-Soup.
Real soup, real ingredients. America's favorite instant soup.
America's Cup, America's Cup. Lipton Cup-a-Soup. America's Cup. Hey, 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 see. Hey, hey, see. Hey, 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 see.
Pure milk chocolate with or without almonds. Hershey's, one of the all-time greats.
The Tonight Show continues.
When the day begins, Daybreak is ready. With local news, stocks, weather, and live traffic reports. Daybreak, the Bay Area's first newscast, weekdays at 6:30.
Millions of dollars have already been awarded to Jeopardy champions, with thousands more each day. Who will take the risk on the next Jeopardy?
Weekdays at 4:30.
Hi, I'm Ed Lowe. Since I invented cat box filler in 1947, I've been improving it ever since. First, I added 2 deodorants to my kitty litter brand to control both kinds of odor. It's the only cat box filler that offers you this benefit. Now I've made it 99% dust-free for less tracking and better health for your cat. You might wonder what motivates a man like me. Simple. I love cats.
99% dust-free kitty litter brand leaves others in the dust.
If you find taxes taxing, in place of the family dog, we suggest the family cat. Dreyfus, tax-exempt funds.
Anyway, your movie with Bob is on NBC
Yeah?
the 27th.
Yeah?
Would you come back with us again?
Oh, I'd love to.
All right, because next time, in March, you'll see Halley's Comet.
Yeah, I will see it.
Something that Halley himself never saw.
saw.
James' picture is opening around around the country. Murphy's Romance is already opened.
Well, only here in Los Angeles.
That's what I said. It's only open here in Los Angeles, but we'll open another
End of
theater.
January, last week in January.
Thanks for being here.
Next on Late Night with David Letterman, David welcomes Gina Lollobrigida and John Malkovich.
Tuesday, a runaway recruit escapes a setup.
I'm scared to death.
When there's a missing link, you know who's going to find it.
Oh, yeah.
Matlock. Then, in her Oscar-winning role,
Something's happened to you, Pa.
Sally Field fights to keep her family together.
I don't care if it kills me. I'm not going to give up.
Places in the Heart, Tuesday.
If you want the very best for the baby in your life, then watch and shop CVN's Baby Boomer Sale, February 22nd through the 28th. It's for anyone who loves babies. You'll find items to make baby's life happier and healthier. Everything from soft and cuddly toys to sturdy strollers. And bargains on our name brand merchandise for both mom and dad. So whether you're a new parent, grandparent, or a friend, watch and shop CVN's Baby Boomer Sale.
Smart shoppers, come home to CVN, only on cable TV.
Everybody knows that Nexus is a really good shampoo, so everybody uses it. Until somebody notices that everybody is using it and puts the Nexus someplace where just anybody can't find it. Well, nobody's going to stand for that. And pretty soon, everybody is trying to keep anybody and everybody from finding the Nexus.
Honey, have you seen the Nexus?
Where did you look? Nexus is easy to find. It's at hairstyling salons everywhere.
seen you around here before.
Just passing through.
Hey, mister, is that your bike outside?
Yeah,
Where are you headed?
just somewhere I've never been.
It's a Suzuki Intruder, right?
Right.
Speaking of intruders.
Want to come along?
Yeah!
Oh, yeah.
Don't miss Right on the Money Month at your Suzuki dealer now.